everyone, this is Juliana Jackson. Welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel and part of my show and tell sessions. And today we're going to talk about how easy it actually is to build a dashboard inside Piwik PRO. In the last video that I did, I showed you guys how I built a Piwik PRO dashboard to track the performance of my blog on julianajackson.com. If you're new to me and the channel, I'm a content creator. I blog about mobile apps, about technical marketing, product, digital analytics, and so on. I've been doing this for a long time, trying to hide my age. I also run a podcast called Standard Deviation together with Simo Ahava. We're at season 3 right now. New episode is coming up soon. If you want to learn more about the podcast and myself and what I write about, just head to my blog, julianajackson.com. The link is below in the description. But enough about me. Today we're going to talk about Piwik PRO and how easy it is to build a dashboard with this tool. If you never heard about Piwik PRO before, they're a privacy-focused web analytics platform that has a different set of tools that help businesses and organizations measure online visitor behavior without compromising user privacy. So this is a great tool, which is different than most mainstream analytics services because they emphasize data ownership and compliance with data protection regulations such as GDPR. So Piwik PRO includes web analytics, tag management, customer data platform, consent management, and much, much more. So if you never used this tool before, it's actually free to get started. If you go on piwik.pro and select the free core plan, you can actually get started to use using Piwik PRO right now. Set it up to your website. It's free. You get 14 months of data retention. You get access to integrations like Google Ads and Search Console. You get access to dashboards and everything that I'm going to show you guys. I've been using them for a year and a half soon, probably. I've been using them since I created my blog. Of course, I am knowledgeable of other tools too, but for my purpose and what I do, I prefer Piwik PRO. So yeah, you'll find the link in the description about how to get started. You'll find out more information about them. So this is the Piwik PRO interface. So today we're gonna build a dashboard together. It actually, I will warn you from this moment on, it takes under 20 minutes to build one. For the purpose of this video, we're gonna use their demo data. So this is a demo site with 3 months data set. This is an e-commerce website, right? So when you create an account with Piwik PRO, besides the one that you will be able to create for your website, in my case, I have the one for my blog. You can also play with their demo site. So we're gonna do just that today. So here in the interface, I'm not going to walk you through all the different options and features you have here. If you want a deep dive into the Piwik PRO interface, all their features, all their components, I cannot recommend more to go to academy.piwik.pro. This is an academy that has courses about how to use Piwik PRO. There are a lot of free and paid courses as well. And I advise you to go through the guide to Piwik PRO Analytics Student Tag Manager, Consent Manager courses that have certifications. These are done by Anil Batra. I took them myself. I'm certified also in Piwik PRO. They're very, very good courses that will take you through everything that you need to know. So if you feel like you need to start from there, go ahead, check the link in the description and sign up for the academy. But right now, to manage everyone's expectations, I'm just gonna create a very basic e-commerce dashboard. We're not gonna look at everything. We're not gonna do very advanced analytics. My only purpose for this the video is to show you how easy it is. So let's get started. We're gonna go here and click Add Dashboard, and we're gonna name it very originally e-commerce dashboard. Oh, there you go, e-commerce dashboard. And we're gonna click Save. So once you create a dashboard, you will see that you have obviously no widgets added because you need to add them yourself. And here you will have the view including all visitors, but you can also change the main view, and also you can add different segments that you created in advance, or you can create to see a comparison between all the graphs and widgets and metrics we're gonna add below. Obviously here you want to make sure that you have the full sample size when you look at your data, but let's say you have specific needs and to look at 20% of your data or 60% of your data, you could change those from here. This is your date picker. And then here in this section is where you would click add widget to add a widget. So the widgets we have available are line chart, bar chart, pie chart, flat table, counter, text, and map. So for this exercise today, I'm going to try to add a widget for all these types of visualization and see how they look. So let's start with line chart. So let's say we want to see the traffic of the website. So we write the widget name here. And then in this section, you will have a visualization, a preview visualization of the data that you're trying to combine and plot. So this is going to validate to you in real time if the metrics and dimensions and combinations that you use for your visualizations are correct. If they're not correct, you're going to get an error, a specific error, so you can afterwards go and change things up. So for us, let's look at sessions. Let's look at visitors and percentage of returning visitors. Just very basic, right? Very, very basic combination. We see here in a real time that this is a good combination. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click save. And as you can see, the widget has been added to my dashboard. So we're looking at traffic right now. Cool. Now, let's say we also want to look at revenue, right? Monthly revenue. Well, in this case, I'm going to add another line chart and I'm going to name this monthly revenue performance. So here we have monthly revenue performance, and actually maybe like trends would be a better name because we're having a line chart trends. So here we want to add the date, but we're gonna group it by month, right? Because we said monthly, and then we're gonna go ahead and look for revenue. So we're gonna go and add here revenue. As you can see, structurally, this is a dimension and it's an event one. So obviously we need a metric here. So we're gonna click the little arrow and we're gonna transform it into a metric by selecting sum of revenue. So there we have it. As you can see here, when you create different widgets, you will have a bunch of metrics and dimensions you can use. The metrics are here, the dimensions are here, and then you can see them all. And all of them are hidden under this little arrow. So you can select from here what makes the most sense for you, or you can search it directly if you know what's the name of it. So we have the monthly revenue trends, we have the sum of revenue, great. And then we're gonna click save. And this bad boy is gonna pop right here. There you go. Now, this is dummy data. We're looking at very small data set and not specific to a business model, not specific to something. Obviously, it's not real life situation. But like here, I have the date grouped by month. So for instance, if you would like to look at the traffic and revenue side by side in two graphs, you can always edit your widget from here and you can select the date to be also shown as monthly. Obviously, the effect is not going to be here right now, but you could potentially see that if the spikes in traffic and visitors are also consistent with the revenue, if the revenue that you have is impacted by the traffic that reaches to your website. So now let's see, okay, we have the traffic, we have the revenue. Now let's create a flat table to look at campaign performance. So here in campaign performance, we want to look at the traffic related dimensions, and we're going to have here, we're going to have campaign name, we're going to drag it here, we're going to put campaign ID, we're going to have a nice source medium, and then I'm going to add revenue again and put it here, and we're going to add it, we're going to transform it into sum of revenue again. So to make sure I didn't blow up the dashboard, let me click refresh preview to make sure it works. And there you go, it works. So now we can add number of rows. Let's say we want 10 rows for this, and then we want to sort it by sum of revenue descending, and then we can click save. And there you go, we have the campaign performance. As the other ones, you can drag it and make it sure you fit it to your dashboard size. Of course, if you think these are too many rows or too less rows, you can always go back to edit it and add less or more rows to it. so you can have a nice clean visualization. So there we go. We use the flat table too. It's very easy, guys, right? It's really, really easy. So now let's think about other widgets we can use. Maybe we want to, let's see what we have next. A pie chart. Okay, let's piss some people off, I guess. So we can create a pie chart right here, and we can put, I don't know, device performance, let's say. So for device performance, I'm just laughing because people hate pie charts. I don't. I actually like pie charts. So we're gonna have as the metric, we're gonna have the session, and then we're gonna have device type as the dimension. And then in real time, we'll be able to see this beautiful pie chart that can show us how our different devices performing, and the sessions that we have on the website, we can see where are they coming from. So then we can click this save button, and we have our beautiful pie chart here that nobody likes. And we can take this bad boy and try to move it up. So guys, the reason why I cannot move it up so fast is because I don't use a mouse. I have carpal tunnel syndrome. So because I have carpal tunnel syndrome, I don't have dainty fingers, right? It's gonna be a bit hard for me. So I'm just gonna rearrange things here. So we got here the traffic, we see where it's coming from, we see the trends, and maybe we can also add another type of widget here. Let's say we can add the counter. Let's see how much space we have. So I think we can add 3 counters here next to the traffic. So we can add a counter for sessions. Then we can drag sessions here, and we want to show the metric name. We want to show the trend spark line. And then you can see the preview here, and it's working. We're going to click save. You're going to laugh at me trying to drag this bad boy up. There we go. We're dragging it here. And then I'm going to try to add another counter with orders. You want to see orders. And then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to drag orders. Show metric name. Bam. And we're going to drag orders up here too. There you go. Can I make it smaller? No, this is the smallest that you can do. But I'm trying to do some sort of visual hierarchy here, right? So I could try to make, no, that's it. That's it. That's as much as I can make it to not to go on the next row. But see, guys, I'm trying to make like some pretty stuff here. We could also have different cards for like bounce rate or conversion rate. This is very similar with the Looker Studio cards. And I guess another one we can add here would be one for conversion rate. So we're gonna put conversion rate. So we're gonna click here, add a calculated metric. We're gonna put conversion rate, calculates conversion rate. You can obviously have it just to see it yourself or all the users or all across all your sites and apps. So like normally if you need this, I would suggest you would use this one. So for this, we're gonna have to look for conversions. So we're gonna have, yes, goal conversions. And then we're gonna have it divided by visitors. There we go. And we wanna show it as a percentage. And then we're gonna click save. And then we're just gonna drag this bad boy here. There we go. And show the trend spark line and click save. So then we're gonna get this bad boy up. Because maybe, just maybe, this is more interesting. So this is how you would add the conversion rate. And of course, if you don't want the conversion rate calculated as I did with visitors, you can always use the Piwik PRO standalone conversion rate metric, which is here. If you write conversion rate. So see, they are mentioning here that the percentage of session during which visitors completed the goal. So it's calculated like this. I calculated by visitors, but you can always use the one that is based on sessions. I think the only purpose here is just that I wanted to show you that you can calculate the conversion rate in a bespoke way. conversion rate may mean different things for different people. So you have the opportunity to build the conversion rate goal as it makes sense for your business. But if the way it makes sense for your business is the one that is here based on sessions, then you can just use this one and you don't need no more calculated metrics. And then maybe let's do a product one. I just gotta warn you guys that with the product ones, it's always like the classic issue with the combinations of dimensions and metrics that you do with e-commerce. It's very something consistently happen, not just with Piwik PRO, but also analytics tools. The combinations that you do between dimensions and metrics will ask most of the times to build this calculated metrics to do total revenue per product or other things. But for the purpose of this, let's just go for another flat table and then name this, I guess, product performance. And for the metrics, we're gonna need obviously the product name. So we're just gonna drag this bad boy here. And then what else we will need? We will need the number of orders for each product. And then we will obviously need the revenue that each product brings. So then we're gonna click refresh preview. It's working, it's nice. We're gonna sort this by product revenue and we're gonna click save. And there you have it. It's in our dashboard. And there you go. And there you go. For each of these, you can add a nice note, and this is your product performance. And you can, make it nice and pretty. You can add different links for this. You can you can actually like do this dashboard to be as you want it to be. And it's important if this is client facing to add this type of context for people to see it. It's important to give context because otherwise, you're just looking at numbers without having full context about how different things are calculated, how different things come together. So this notes in the graphs, I really appreciate them because it helps the reader or the viewer of the dashboard to know exactly how to read it, how to interpret it and understand it. And sometimes those texts are more important than the actual numbers themselves. Also, this is me from the future rewatching the video and realizing that how I had it before with the sum here is not probably the best way. So if you just want to see the bulk product or the bulk orders and the product revenue, it's probably best if you change to average product revenue order. So this way it kind of shows them all together versus how I had them initially. Both ways are fine. It always gonna depend on your business and type of data that you have. Given that this is demo data, I'm just trying to make sure that it shows in the most realistic way possible. So yeah, this is how you could solve for that problem. And yeah, I think going to build also a bar chart. So I don't know, let's since we did the pie charts with devices, let's look at bounce rate per device. So for this, to create a bar chart, we obviously need a dimension and a metric. So we're gonna look at bounce rate. And then we're gonna add device type. And let's see. Yep, our preview is nicely working. So we're just gonna click save. Obviously, you can do any type of bar chart you guys want. This is just for example purposes. I don't really am a big fan of bounce rate. I remember the drama with bounce rate that happened when it was canceled previously by other analytics tools and everyone got mad. But like use bounce rate is not the most helpful metric out there. But anyway, this is how you would build a bar chart also in the Piwik PRO dashboard. And I guess the last one we need to do here and add, and I forgot about, it's actually the map one. So the map one, let's do a funny quick one so we don't overthink this. We can look at orders per country. And then we can select here, obviously, the dimension. So the dimension in this case is country. So then we add the metric orders. We drag it right here. And then you will see the validation. So we know it's good. And we quickly click save. And then here we have it. We can see nicely our orders. Also, alternatively, like you can add different filters to the map one that you can potentially just see it let's go here actually to the dimensions for location. And let's say we want to see only the orders that are coming from Europe. So then you would have a filter dimension. Continent is Europe. And then we will see the orders for each country in Europe only. And once you click on them, you can see how many orders they are. And obviously, we can use the notes and other different visualizations to explain why we are limiting our view to just this. And there you have it. Like this guy, see, guys, like this is so easy. It's so user friendly, and you can create any type of dashboards you want. And I just hope that this shows you and gives you enough courage to go ahead and download the free version, play a bit with the demo data, or even add it to your website in parallel with other analytics tools that you're using and see the difference in the ease of use. If this was helpful to you, feel free to share it. And if you have any type of questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm excited to help you, answer you, or guide you, and send you to the right resources. Piwik Pro has amazing documentation, amazing videos, and again, the Piwik Pro Academy, done in collaboration with Anil Batra, is a very, very good source to learn how to use this tool effectively. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and so on. And yeah, see you next time.